20,000 people have clicked on it, which could translate to 700 to 1,000 requests.
Whoa!
Yeah. We're like, we don't know what to do. We're stunned at the success of this thing. We're like, what do we do with this?
Okay, so don't say the country. The antis will try and move it. Yeah, don't say the country, but can you say that WardRadio Missionaries basically just effectively opened up a mission?
I mean,
of previously undedicated country?
Dude, you wait a couple months. I mean, it's gonna happen.
Passion, be about it, all action.
This isn't 1,000 just people. This is 1,000 men between the ages of 20 and 45. It's a dream for any missionary.
I'm going there. Will you come with me?
And we've gotten 23,000 clicks to the church's website.
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this information. I think we need to completely rethink the missionary program.
That sounds like a dream. With a Book of Mormon in one hand and a straight up AK-47 in another. You just took the muskets and trowels analogy to a whole new level.
Dude, we've broken the matrix. We hit Senegal hard. We got 5,000 people to go to the Request a Book of Mormon website.
This video is brought to you by ScriptureNotes.com. For a free trial to Scripture Notes, please make sure you check out the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome back to Ward Radio. We're going to talk about some Ward Radio missionaries that have opened up a previously undedicated for missionary work mission in an undisclosed location in Africa that we're working on, and the success that we've been having there, and some hiccups that we hope to work out that have come up as well. But before we get to that conversation with Jonah Barnes, we got to put a plug in for his book, The Key to the Keystone. For the next 10 days, Ward Radio listeners get first dibs on the pre-sale of this at Plain and Precious Publishing. Get your copy via the link below. If you want to go and get your book signed by Jonah, make sure that you guys go to the event October 1st. Tickets for that will also be available in the link in the description. For the next 10 days, get yours while supplies last. There's limited copies, so before they sell out, make sure you get yours via the link below. Now, without any further ado, roll tape.
All right, so we've been to a lot of places around the world with the Ward Radio mission, and we usually don't like announce where we're going because we know that some insane antis are going to be on our heels doing heaven knows what. So we usually don't like announce where we're going, but like it's a secret among us mercenary missionaries that we know. And like one of the Ward Radio missionaries donated some money, his own personal money, because we use just our own wallets. And he said, hey, let's go wherever we're going next. I want to pay for it. I said, okay, great.
Now by going next, for those that are just tuning in, you mean you buy very inexpensive Facebook ads advertising a free copy of the Book of Mormon for anybody interested in another testament of Jesus Christ in countries where the algorithm and the auction for those ads is very inexpensive. So you had a lot of success in East Timor. You had a lot of success in Guinea-Bissau, and the missionary department like dropped the ball there. And there was like 60 referrals that you gave him, and we still have no data that they actually, went there and sent a missionary. So now you're in another country. Start giving the stats. You've dumped a ton of money into a bunch of Facebook ads. You've received a bunch of referrals, people that are interested. Now we just need to fulfill the orders and close the loop. But why aren't we closing the loop?
Okay, so yeah. So this, and I'm actually going to put some of the stats in the Discord so that you can see this. I want to try to get the message across that we've been to many places. We've had varying levels of success. We went to Senegal. We hit Senegal hard. We got 5,000 people to go to the Request a Book of Mormon website.
Whoa!
For 150, 5,000 people to click on the ad and redirect to the website. And within 6 months, Senegal was opened to the gospel. The church opened the place to the gospel.
Wow. Okay.
East Timor. We went to East Timor. Spent a bunch of money in East Timor. Got a bunch of people to click on the ad, like a lot. And next thing you know, they organized a branch in East.
Are these the stats right here on the screen? Oh,
So
this
then
is
we went to
incredible. Okay.
So then here's where we are. And I don't know if I say where we are because I don't want insane antis to go following it. But this is a country that we chose that is in Africa. For perspective, we spent $150 to get 5,000 clicks in Senegal. We've spent $50 and we've gotten 23,000 clicks to the church's website.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this information. I don't know what to do with this. This is like, so if the regular conversion rate, because we know about how many people, they go to the website, how many people actually fill it out. We know about how many fill it out.
Yeah, and there's a drastic spike downward. So like there's post engagements, clicks, 3-second video plays, reactions. So obviously you're getting a bazillion engagements, but which are in the tens of thousands. But the people that actually watch an X amount is going to be in the thousands. And then the people that actually, just like any kind of flyering campaign, can expect a 1% return. There's probably a similar 0.1 to 3% return. But I'm looking in the bottom graphic here, and it's a 3-digit post reaction. So you've had effectively what you could say is about 100 referrals, correct?
Well, actually, so the stats usually show for this particular region,
okay,
that there's about a 3 to 5% conversion rate for people who fill out the form completely.
Oh, okay.
So if that's true, that's 1,000 referrals.
Wow.
That's 700 to 1,000 referrals that we just sent to the mission, to whatever mission this is. Okay. Now, we've sent referrals before. We've been like, dude, we sent like 20 referrals. OMG, this is so great. And this time we're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Did we just break the mission? Like, what have we done?
Yeah. Okay.
It's like 1,000 or so. I called up the mission president, which, by the way, hilarious. I found this number just like floating on the internet. I call this number and I hear, hello? I'm like, hi, is this an LDS mission? He's like, yes. Oh, who am I speaking with? This is President so-and-so. And I'm like, hi. Like, what the heck?
Okay. Yeah.
You're just like picking up your own phone? Like, yeah. And he doesn't say like, hello, this is President so-and-so with a mission. He's just like, hello? Like super cash. So I was like, hi. Actually, fantastic guy. Nicest guy.
Okay.
We've called several of these mission presidents before. They have not always been very receptive. They're like, who are you weirdos? But this guy, who's a legit, by the way, local African guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Based.
I am so excited for the church to be taken over by Africans. I'm so excited for it. Like, that's going to be so much fun when the Africans take over. So, but this guy, super nice guy. And he's like, yes, tell me what you're doing. This is so cool. Wow. I mean, he doesn't know who the heck I am. He's like, oh, this is so awesome. And he's like, you called at the right time. I have the office elders right here with me. I'm like, great. So he puts me on speakerphone. I'm talking to the whole mission office. And I'm like, hey, we're a bunch of weird, like, podcasters in America. And we're trying to blah, 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 blah. And they did not hang up on me, which I'm thrilled about, and gave me the contact info for the office elders. Basically, they answered some very crucial questions. Yes, they can cross the border into this country to go follow up on referrals. Yes, they will mail people physical copies if they can't get to them. Yes, they will remote teach them on a mobile phone if they need to video call people to teach them in this particular country. And there is no political barrier to entry to entering the country. They just need enough interest to justify sending missionaries. The particular country has not been dedicated by an apostle for the preaching of the gospel yet. And so they're trying to garner enough interest that this will happen. So basically, we struck gold is what we did. We struck gold. We hit the perfect spot, and the ad that we made, we took a lot of time to make it a really slick ad. We have some great people in the Discord who are good at what they do, and the ad is bussin', and it is doing fantastically well. Almost 200,000 people have seen it. 20,000 people have clicked on it, which could translate to 700 to 1,000 requests.
Whoa!
Yeah. we're like, we don't know what to do. We're stunned at the success of this thing. We're like, what do we do with this?
Okay, so don't say the country. The antis will try and move it. Yeah, don't say the country. But can you say that WardRadio Missionaries basically just effectively opened up a mission?
I mean,
of previously undedicated country?
Dude, you wait a couple months. I mean, it's gonna happen. Like, someone in the church office building is like, oh, we got one more referral from this country. Oh, next week we got another one from this country this week. Oh my gosh, we have 1,000 referrals in like a day. It's unreal.
So dude, we talked about this last time though. Do we get the addresses? Because when they go to the mission department, they get memory hold in their silly bureaucracy, because the only thing they're worried about doing is sending more people to just hang out with all the trailer trash and the angry Exmos there. I'm sorry. Okay, I shouldn't say that. But it's like,
Cardi,
that was, I'm going to edit that one out. I'm writing that down. That at 8 minutes and 57 seconds, Cardin went a little bit crazy.
A little bit crazy.
On the city of, you know what I'm saying? But seriously, it's like, we've got referrals in this African country of people just straight up interested in another testament of Jesus Christ. Why is this not happening?
Oh, you know what? It gets even better. Ready? It gets even better.
Better as in sarcastically it gets better? Or
no, even like legitimately better. This campaign, we decided to target men only. So this isn't 1,000 just people. This is 1,000 men between the ages of 20 and 45. It's gold. It's referral gold, right? I mean, it's a dream for any missionary.
I'm going there. Will you come with
ridiculous.
Me? Will you come with me? Let's go deliver some.
I don't have a passport. One time I made a joke about
Mike Lee. You want to be based, Mike Lee? This guy's you've been rejected for like 2 passports because of some kind of stupid technicality that is one phone call. Hey, based Mike Lee, you really based? You want to get a freaking missionary from America opening up a politically neutral country in Africa?
No, it's because
with 3 figures of referrals?
One time on this channel, I pointed out that Hillary Clinton absolutely murdered Jeffrey Epstein, and I've been unable to get a passport ever since. Yeah. Okay. That's what did it. That's what clinched it. I'm just saying what we all know. What we all know is that Hillary totally offed that bro. Like completely, totally slit that dude's throat, and everybody knows it. But now I can't get a passport for it. I've been trying for like 2 years to get a passport. They won't give it to me. But if you want to go, I'm absolutely for it, Cardin. I support you 100%. But we've got, there's hundreds and hundreds of people. Now, we have an inside man in the church office building. So there's a contingency of people in the church headquarters that secretly listen to WardRadio. They're the resistance. Do you remember Terminator 4 when they had, do you remember this? When John Connor was, who's
John Connor? Is it Quaker? Is it Brad? Is it you?
Remember Christian Bale was like, he's like, if you're listening to this, you are the resistance. Yeah, there's somebody in the church office building, okay, that we can't say who because they'll lose their job, is a WardRadio friend.
Aficionado. Okay, cool.
Yes, we have code names. We communicate through code names.
We call him Alpha Delta Bureaucrat.
That's right.
Alpha Bureaucrat, not Beta, because we would never assume that a WardRadio fan is a Beta.
That's right.
But, he's
Triple Sigma, 6 Sigma, we call him.
6 Sigma. Okay.
But so he is going to dip into the data and see how many of those clicks actually turned into forms, which actually turned into referrals that were mailed to the mission department. Now, the mission elders in this particular mission said, yes, we do get referrals from Salt Lake for people clicking on the website. We do. They say we do. And so there's no reason to think that, depending on what the data shows from this inside man here, there's no reason to think that these poor missionaries are going to be completely buried in referrals. Now, I said, I'm talking to these guys, I'm like, so what would happen if, you got 5 referrals from this country? And they were like, whoa, that'd be great. 5 referrals. Like, gee, that'd be, we'd probably contact the group leader there and have them go to, and I'm like, oh, okay. what happens if you got like 50? And they're like, whoa, well, I'd be a lot. I'm like, what's the threshold for like, oh my gosh, we have to call the prophet right now because something's going on? Like, what's
Okay, what is it?
what is the, like, we will charge into machine gun fire to get into this country because it is worth it. Like, what's the threshold for that?
I thought you were a pacifist.
And I didn't say, what?
I thought you were a pacifist, and now you're talking about under machine gun fire charging into a country. That's my idea. That sounds like a dream. With a Book of Mormon in one hand and a straight up AK-47 in another. You just took the muskets and trowels analogy to a whole new level that I love, with a Michael Bay Hummer just driving through a chain link fence, a cinder block wall, and, like over a bridge that explodes is how I envision this happening now, bro.
Repent, suckers! Fire in the air. Bring it to the gospel.
That's
no,
funny.
I don't have the AK. They're pointing the AKs at us. And like, with that many referrals, like, at what point is it worth just like sending in a wave of human flesh to get somebody across the border? Like, at what point is the mission president like, we can sacrifice a couple of these?
I love how we're war gaming like the religion of peace. You know,
but at some point it's worth it. So you got to make an omelet. You got to make an omelet. Am I right? So anyways, so we know that we think they're going to get these referrals. We don't know how many are going to get through, but it's going to be triple digits. It could be quadruple digits. And it's cost us $50. $50, Cardin, which is less than a tank of gas in Biden America. We have managed to get 1,000 referrals.
Yeah. So
we've broken the matrix.
What can we do as Ward Radio listeners to help out in this effort? What can we do?
What can Ward Radio listeners do?
Yeah. What can we do?
So
and who's dragging their feet? Like, what is you're a supply chain analyst. You're a guy that got his, fake, what's that fake degree that business people get? MBA. You got your MBA, where you like, why you look at me all funky like that? It's
fake. Excuse me?
You got your little,
right.
like,
you're right though. It is kind of fake.
It's like a weird excuse to pay you more money. So anyway, you analyzed the supply chain and how businesses can be more efficient and so on and so forth. It's always either a people person or a process. It's a people problem or a process problem. We've got the people willing to proselytize and sacrifice their own time and treasure and money. We've got the people willing to receive this sacrifice, another testament of Jesus Christ, the Book of Mormon, fill out the form, do their due diligence, so on and so forth. What's keeping the missionary duly authorized going out there and actually delivering it? Is it a people problem or a process problem?
It's people who aren't thinking outside the box. The process is old. Our missionary process was created in the 19th century when you would go door to door, farm to farm, and you'd tell people about the gospel, and everybody was Christian and in the Western world, and they all were excited to find like the original primitive Christian church. That's when our missionary culture like developed, right? And then you had somebody like Dan Jones. Dan Jones is the greatest missionary since like Enoch, right? Dan Jones goes over to Wales and he baptizes thousands, and his picture is in the MTC. His picture is the first page of Come Follow Me is Dan Jones, right? He's like the greatest dude, right? How did he do it? Well, guess what? He didn't do it standing on soapboxes. He published. He used the latest technology that was available at the time, and he was a publisher, and he printed pamphlets by the thousands. It was just kind of a new technology, modular printing presses, and he made a ton of pamphlets and materials, tracts, A Voice of Warning by Parley P. Pratt, and things in Welsh, right, for people, and he distributed them en masse, and that's how people came to him to get baptized. Not because he knocked on 1,000 doors.
Yeah.
That's not true, because he printed 10,000 pamphlets. That's how he did it. I think we need to completely rethink the missionary program. Like, we need to, if the church spent $100,000 a year, they could buy a radio tower in India and broadcast to 20, 30 million people who have never heard of the Book of Mormon before.
Dude,
I'm the first discussion on a loop.
I am buying airtime on a shortwave radio that broadcasts to South America and to parts of. Oh yeah, we gotta talk, bro. We gotta talk. It's interesting you mentioned that because we're Ward Radio's going old school, pre AM. There was FM in the 70s. AM in the 60s, straight up shortwave in the 40s and the 50s. Actually started in the 20s. I'm going shortwave radio. This is amazing.
Morse code next.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So okay. So we just gotta wait. We're in Dr. Seuss's The Waiting Place on the mission department.
Well. So this is very early. So the campaign has been running less than a week. So it might take a day or two for these referrals to get to the mission, which, by the way, somebody needs to look at that process. There's no reason it should take more than a day or two to get to the mission field.
Yeah.
That should be instantaneous with the technology we have. But it could take a day or two to get over there. The mission president is receptive. I'm so grateful that he's receptive. I'm going to call him probably tomorrow. And I'm going to say, get any referrals these days? Because I'm expecting at some point they're going to call me and say, stop! Oh my gosh, please! Because they're going to be buried in referrals.
Okay.
So I just think the church we need to rethink how we do things. The mission culture that we've created is really good for missionaries, but it isn't necessarily the best way to find proselytes. We need to think differently. And I mean, here, just chew on this for a second. You know how much money it costs to send 2 kids from Ogden, Utah to Central Africa for 2 years?
Yeah.
Just the visa fee alone, all the paperwork, the people in the MDC you got to pay, and the blah, 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 and then keep them safe. The lawyers, when I was in Russia, we had an army of lawyers just keeping us in the country. It must have cost a fortune. This Ward Radio Missionaries have managed to find 1,000 referrals with names and addresses for $50.
Jeez.
$50.
Okay.
Dude, we've broken the matrix on this.
Okay. So, you know what, guys, I got to end this podcast so I can talk to you and scream at somebody because they're dropping the ball. I will be waking up bureaucrats in the middle I am going to be pounding on people's doors. Like, this is absolutely absurd. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys know anybody in this undisclosed African country that we don't want to say because, I don't know, get on the Discord or I don't know.
DM me.
Yeah, DM me. Make enough positive comments that we actually know you're a good person or something. You know what I'd say? We might share the info with you. But yes, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We will be following up on this. We will be following up on this, and mission presidents in Africa, beware. You know what I'm saying? Like we will be, there will be accountability. We will be checking in on you. Are you actually executing on these referrals? Because a lot of people are putting not just, they're putting a lot of volunteer time in this. It's not just about whatever small amount of money that it takes to get the actual auctioned Facebook ads. It's all of the curating thereof. So anyway.
we look forward. Do you look forward? We look forward to Africa completely taking over this church. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, it will be so based. Just to have the guy say,
so based.
You are wrong. Be quiet. It's just like, wow, I love this. It's like watching the African soccer teams, just 10 times better than the spoiled Westerners. Like the World Cup is so much more fun when an African team is playing. It's exactly. So anyway, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. And we can't forget, Jonah, your book, bro. Your book's coming out. There's going to be a link in the description. It's called Key to the Keystone. Make sure you guys check it out. For the next 10 days, Ward Radio listeners actually get first dibs on the pre-sale. Take advantage while supplies last. There is only one run of the first edition. Get yours at regular cost as a Ward Radio listener by going to the link in the description. And also, if you're really interested in meeting Jonah, actually maybe getting your book signed, there will be an event, October 1st. Links to that event are also in the description. And as always, for this and more, please make sure you check us out at wardradio.com.
Passion. Be about it all action.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. We hope you liked it, so please share with your friends and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want to support us, please consider purchasing a copy of The Key to the Keystone, Jonah Barnes' latest book. It's available to Ward Radio listeners only for the first 2 weeks of pre-sale via the links in the description below, okay? You can always go to plainandpreciouspublishing.com and get your own copy of the book, or you can actually go to the kind of launch event that we're cooking up here. All the guys from Stick of Joseph, Quick Media, Jacob Hansen, many of us here at Ward Radio, we're actually going to have a launch event for this book in Utah that you can buy tickets for as well. And your ticket's going to be the book. So you get a book as your ticket coming in. It's actually going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to support the channel and you can't help us out with Zelle or with Venmo or with the Cash App, please consider purchasing your own copy of The Key to the Keystone by Jonah Barnes so you can be up on all the latest super cool associate professor of all things apocryphal happenings. Remember, the first 2 weeks only, Ward Radio listeners get a unique link and unique access to the purchase of the pre-sale of this book. So make sure you check it out in the links in the description below. And as always, for this and more, please check us out at wardradio.com.